Retirement. Finally, you made it. No more 9 to 5, no more rush hour, no more meetings that could have been emails. It's your time to relax, explore, and enjoy the life you've worked so hard for. But here's the thing no one tells you: retirement doesn't mean you're done with money decisions. In fact, this chapter might be the most financially risky of all, and not for the reasons you might think. If you're new here, I'm Krista, and welcome to the channel where we break down smart, practical advice to help you make the most of your money and your life in retirement. In today's video, we're talking about something most retirees never see coming: the financial pitfalls that happen after you retire. These are the unexpected costs, tax surprises, investment missteps, and family dynamics that can quietly derail even the best laid financial plans. Whether you're newly retired or just planning ahead, I'll walk you through 10 hidden financial traps that could cost you big and how to avoid them with confidence and clarity. Let's start with the biggest myth: I'll spend less in retirement. Sounds logical, right? No clothes, no commute, no office lunch runs. But here's what really happens: you'll finally have time to do the things you really want to do: travel, remodel the kitchen, play more golf, visit the grandkids, who all happen to live on opposite coasts, by the way. The first 5 to 10 years of retirement, often called the go go years, can actually be some of the most expensive. And if your budget doesn't account for that, you'll burn through your nest egg faster than expected. So this next one's really sneaky. You could have all the right investments, be following the 4% rule, and still end up broke if the market turns south early in retirement. It's called a sequence of returns risk. If you start withdrawing during the market downturn, you lock in those losses and it's harder to recover. That's why it's really smart to keep a few years worth of cash or ultra safe investments set aside, so you're not selling stocks when they're down. Now, you may feel it month to month, but inflation is constantly eating away at your purchasing power. 3% inflation cuts the value of your money in half in about 24 years. So even if your spending feels stable, it won't stay that way. That $100 grocery bill could be $200 in 20 years. That's why you can't just park all your money in cash or CDs. You need at least part of your portfolio investment for growth. Here's another one. Most people think Medicare will cover everything, but unfortunately, it will not. Copays, premiums, dental, hearing prescriptions, they all add up. And that doesn't include long-term care, which can run $80,000 or more per year. Medicare doesn't cover assisted living or nursing homes at all. You actually need a plan for that. That could be long-term care insurance, a health savings account, or a dedicated medical fund. When people retire, they get nervous. And who can blame them? You don't want to lose money, but going too conservative, putting everything in bonds or CDs, means your money might not grow enough to outpace inflation or last 30 plus years. Retirement isn't a finish line, it's a marathon. Keep a balanced portfolio that includes growth even after you stop working. So here's the trap: you saved into tax deferred accounts your whole life. Now, every time you take money out, it's taxable. And add Social Security, maybe a pension, maybe a rental income, you could be in a higher tax bracket than you planned for. And once those required minimum distributions kick in at 73, your tax bill could explode. That's why it may make sense to do Roth conversions earlier in retirement when your income is low. It's not fun now, but it could save you tens of thousands down the line. So taking Social Security at 62 is very tempting. You can finally claim your benefit. But if you wait, it grows. Every year you delay up to age 70, your benefit increases by about 8%. If you live into your 80s or 90s, which a lot of people typically do, that decision can mean the difference between struggling and thriving in later years. Here's another one. Your adult kids might need help with a down payment. Your grandkids, maybe college tuition. And don't forget about aging parents who may not have planned as well as you did. It's okay to help, just don't become the bank of mom and dad or grandma and grandpa at the expense of your own future. You need to protect your retirement first. or you may become the one who needs help later. Fraudsters are clever, and retirees are their favorite audience. Fake calls from the IRS, bogus tech support, phony grandkid emergencies. It's a full time industry. If anyone's asking for gift cards, wire transfers, or sensitive information over the phone, it's probably a scam. Use trusted contacts on your accounts. Talk to your financial advisor or bank about setting up safeguards. Yes, you will need a will, but you also need a healthcare proxy, a power of attorney, updated beneficiary forms, and a plan for your digital assets. Without those things, your family could end up in court, fighting over decisions, or stuck in probate for months. The best gift you can leave behind is clarity. Retirement is your reward, and it should be the best years of your life. But the truth is, your finances need just as much attention now as they did when you were working. So don't go on autopilot. Revisit your plan, talk to a professional, and stay sharp. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who's thinking about or already enjoying retirement. The better we prepare, the better we live. I'll see you in the next one.